I was sent 15 books in the second half of May, so let's go over them. And thank you to the publishers and author who sent me these. I'm so grateful. First up, from the lovely Faith Gardner, The Spin. This is a psychological thriller that comes out on June 16th. I've already read this. I loved it. I rated it 5 stars. I'd rate it 6 stars if I could. It follows a 1960s housewife named Rose who gets institutionalized after a supposed mental break. But soon her husband Joe uncovers some evidence that Rose may not actually be losing her mind. This absolutely blew me away. It will be available on Kindle Unlimited, and you guys should pre-order it. Thank you so much, Faith, for sending me a copy of The Spin. Thank you, PoisonedPenPress, for sending me the next 4 books. Beneath a Broken Sky by Joshua Moling is the 4th book in the Ben Packard series, and it follows Deputy Ben Packard as he's investigating the murder of a mother who made a lot of enemies defending her bullied son. Holy Island by L.J. Ross is the 1st book in the DCI Ryan series. DCI Ryan is on sabbatical, and he retreats to a remote island called Holy Island. But soon a body is discovered on the island, and he must now go back to being a homicide detective. Then we have Hysteria by L.J. Ross, and this is the 2nd book in the Alexander Gregory series. I actually already have a copy of this one, but this follows Alexander Gregory as he is looking into a serial killer during Paris Fashion Week. Then we have The Cove by L.J. Ross, and this is a psychological thriller. It's the 1st book in the Cove series, and this follows a woman named Gabrielle who has a promising job in the publishing industry when soon a serial killer starts targeting commuters, and she ends up being the only one that survives. She retreats to a small coastal village and takes a job at a bookshop for a new start, but soon she realizes the past is back to haunt her. Thank you, St. Martin's Press, for the next 2 books. I'll Watch Your Baby by Nina Veal is a supernatural horror reimagining of the Linda Taylor case, who was the original welfare queen. In this story, we follow Lottie Turner, and she is a con artist, and she has found her most lucrative con yet, selling off children to desperate families. But of course, there's only one way to procure children quickly. I've read this, I loved this, I thought it was amazing. You guys definitely have to check out Nina Veal's work if you haven't yet. The Breakup Retreat by Camilla Sten is a thriller that follows Isabel, and she's heard about this retreat in the Swedish woods where many people have gone missing. So she decides she is going to infiltrate this place and expose its founder. But when she gets there, things go terribly wrong. Thank you, Sourcebooks, for the copy of It Happened One Murder by Liz Lawson. This is a rom-com mystery about a murder at an extravagant birthday party, and it sounds like the 2 people that are solving this mystery spark up a romance. Thank you, Page Street, for the next 6 books. These first 2 are Sadie Hartman's books. These are book recommendations, horror books, and they're amazing. Sadie Hartman is also known as Mother Horror on social media. She's a very nice person. She has a lot of great recommendations. I'm stoked that I have these. We Sent Them Down Singing by Libby Edwardson is a folk eco-horror book set in the Appalachians where a woman discovers an ancient evil connected to her mother's disappearance. This publishes on July 21st. Eye in the Shadows by Tori Bavolino is a YA supernatural paranormal horror book that follows Drew, who can see and talk to ghosts, and there is a ghost haunting her bedroom, a boy that died 10 months ago, and the 2 spark up an unlikely and dangerous friendship. The Faceless Thing We Adore by Hester Steele is a cosmic horror book that follows Aoife, and she is escaping an abusive relationship and finds herself in an idyllic commune where she soon discovers a cult-like reverence for its leader and starts to uncover some very dark secrets. I Will Kill Your Imaginary Friend for $200 by Robert Brockway is a comedic horror book that follows a man named Ivan whose world came crashing down when he lost his imaginary friend, and now he's cursed with being able to see other people's imaginary friends, and he kills people's imaginary friends for $200. But his latest slaying job is a little bit more complicated because this is a very dangerous imaginary friend that he has to take down, unlike any others he's seen before. And thank you, Putnam Books, for the paperback copy of El Dorado Drive by Megan Abbott. This is a suburban set suspense story about an MLM gone wrong. I actually did read this before. It's not really my taste, it didn't really work for me, but I do think that others might enjoy it. So if an MLM story gone wrong sounds interesting to you, you should pick it up. Thank you for watching, and again, a special thank you to Faith Gardner for sending me a copy of The Spin. I love this book so much. And thank you to the publishers who sent me all these books. I'm so grateful.